You're done? You're done the analysis?
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of motion is it that we call it in the x direction? The orange data, the x direction, horizontal? What type of motion is this? What do we call that?
Uniform motion.
Okay. What is the speed or the velocity in the x direction?
1.742 meters per second.
Okay. What's the acceleration in that dimension in the horizontal direction?
0.
And why is it 0?
Because it's constant speed.
Okay. And for the vertical direction, what type of motion is it? So in that blue data, what type of motion do we call that?
Yeah, that's oh god. Just thinking about this. That's
Okay, let me just ask some other questions and we could go back to it. For the vertical direction, the blue data, what's acceleration? And you might want to take a close look at how you analyze the y data. Don't drink that there, please. Brett, don't drink that there. Okay. So how would you analyze that? What kind of the y data, how would you analyze that?
I'll take a look at it again. So curve fit.
And what kind of curve fit should you be using? What are you using right now?
Oh, what? Oh, sorry, I thought I chose quadratic.
Okay, try that again.
There, okay.
Okay, so what's acceleration in the y direction? Let me get rid of it, get rid of the wrong one. Okay, what's acceleration in the y direction?
Be about -10.
Okay, what are the units for that?
Meters per second per second.
Okay, at about what time is the velocity 0 in the y direction?
0?
Yeah, and how would you figure that out? Describe to me how you would find a velocity at any time for something that looks like that, the blue one. What do you have to do?
Like you mean, what do you mean?
Like that, this blue one.
Yeah.
Does it? Okay. How would you find the velocity, say, at that time? What do you have to do? Like that.
Tangent.
Okay. So use that tool. Tell me about when this thing is at rest in the y direction. About what time? When is that? When is it the object at rest in the y direction? And you told me you have to use a tangent tool.
Yeah.
Do you notice it actually tells you on the screen what the speeds are? Do you see that on the screen?
Right up here.
Okay, so about when is that 0 in the y direction? But what time is it 0 in the y direction?
Right about there.
So what time does that represent?
Is 0.58 seconds.
Okay. Alright, so we use the tangent tool. So let's go back to what type of motion is this? Okay. You told me the acceleration was -10 meters per second per second. Okay, does that change? Does the acceleration change?
No.
Okay, so what type of motion is this?
Uniform.
Uniform what?
Uniform acceleration.
Okay. Alright, you got 100%. Okay?
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Just clear that off for me, please.
Sure. Yeah.